Hey, this is Randy at Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to show you the actual cost for $15,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 75-year-old male. Now, first things first, you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com. Just select the state you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, so we can help you. And select the coverage amount. Put your birthday in. Just send this in, and you will absolutely immediately get access to quotes and rates, and you'll be able to view all the different insurance companies. I'm going to show you our quoter here in just a minute that you'll have access to all the rates and everything. But really, before we go any further, we just need to kind of understand, is $15,000 going to be appropriate for your needs, for your final expense needs? Now, that typically makes us ask if you're going to be cremated or if you're going to have a burial. Now, if you're getting cremated, you would probably only need, the actual cost of a cremation right now is $1,000 to $2,000 in the United States. That's if you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn. And if you're going to have some sort of celebration of life or remembrance ceremony or something like that for the family, that's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500 total. So you'd probably only need, anywhere from, $5,000 to $7,000 on average. Some people would get $10,000. But, if you're just looking at getting cremated, you probably don't need $15,000. Now, if you got a lot of longevity in your family and people live to age 100 and stuff like that, yeah, probably look at maybe $15,000. But the thing is, if your budget's tight, just get what you can afford. If you can only afford $5,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 or $10,000, whatever it is, just do that, because with first day coverage, that protects your family right away. And we can always help you add more coverage later. We do that all the time. Now, if you're going to get buried, $15,000, yeah, that's enough right now. The average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. Now, I will tell you this, at $10,000, that is nothing fancy. It's going to be a very simple funeral, but that's okay. Most people don't want anything fancy. The other thing, too, is, you're 75. If you plan on continue living, then you might want to get a little bit more insurance. And I think $15,000 would probably be appropriate. That would take care of your family for a long time. If you ever need to in the future, we can help you add more coverage. And again, if money's tight, just get $10,000 or $11,000 or $12,000, whatever it is. Covers your most immediate needs. And then again, we can always help you add more coverage later. The one thing you don't want to do, is get a plan with a 2-year waiting period. And there's a lot of companies out there, like we've just got Colonial Penn pulled up here. Their Colonial Penn 995 plan is a 2-year waiting period. And there's other 2-year waiting period companies out there. There's Mutual of Omaha's got the United of Omaha, that's 2 years, AIG, Gerber, a bunch of other different insurance companies. And there's some 2-year waiting period insurance companies out there that have done a pretty good job of convincing people that the only thing they qualify for is a 2-year waiting period policy. And nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all the time. Now, some people will say, well, yeah, but those first day coverage plans have health questions. Well, yeah, they do. But we work with a lot of different insurance companies that have different underwriting criteria, and we can typically work around any health issues you have. We've got a 95% approval rate for first day coverage. Now, if you had really serious health problems, then we'd have to look at a different type of plan for you. But, you wouldn't get first day coverage if you had a terminal illness where you were going to die in the next 12 months. You wouldn't get first day coverage if you had dementia or you were on dialysis or if you were in a hospital or in a nursing home. So, really significant stuff like that, you'd have to look at a plan with a 2-year waiting period. And we could certainly point you the right direction to somebody that could help you with that. And then the other thing, too, is once in a while we'll get a call, pretty much maybe even once a week. Somebody calls in and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week. The body's down at the funeral home. They didn't have life insurance. We don't have any money. And we need to get this insurance right away because the funeral home won't do anything without any money. And we have to let them know that there's no insurance company in the United States that offers insurance for dead people. So you got to be alive to qualify for this insurance. And it's really sad. And, the person that died really put their family just in a financially tough position, both financially and emotionally. And it should not happen. So just have that responsibility to make sure that this doesn't fall on anybody else and that other people don't suffer financially or emotionally. Now, let's take a look here at some rates. Now, Colonial Penn 995 plan, a lot of 75-year-old males would say, oh, man, I'm probably going to get 20 or 30 or 40 or maybe even $50,000 worth of coverage for $995. What a deal. And then they get on the website and, one unit of coverage is $995, but you only get $549 for a 75-year-old male. Again, 75-year-old male, $549. That's not going to pay for cremation. It's not going to pay for a burial. That's not going to pay for much. So, the other challenge with Colonial Penn is they only go up to 15 units. And it's difficult for people as they get older to get larger amounts of coverage like 15,000. So let's see, 15 units is only $8,235. So not enough for a burial in almost any cases. Boy, maybe the backwoods of some small state somewhere, I don't know. It just you got to get enough insurance to do the job. Don't overinsure, but get enough to do the job. Let's take a look at what $15,000 worth of coverage would be with first day coverage. So we've got 15,000, 75-year-old male right there. We're going to click get quote. And then again, this is $149 for roughly 8,000. And we can actually get, I want to show you here. Again, we're at the 15,000. So 15,000, Trinity Life Insurance, great company. We work with them. If you need help, you want to get qualified for them, lowest pricing, great company. Level means first day coverage. And this is $143.58. So $143 for 15,000 versus $149 for 8,200. So Colonial Penn is almost 200% more expensive. So why would you pay almost 200% more and accept a 2-year waiting period policy when you could go with a first day coverage company that's going to get you $15,000 for less than what Colonial Penn's charging for roughly $8,000? So don't do that. Let's take a look at another couple insurance companies here, maybe some other insurance companies that advertise a lot, fairly well known perhaps. Okay, Lincoln Heritage, a fine company, first day coverage here, but they're expensive. $187 versus $143. So let's say it's roughly, just to make the math easy, $40 more a month. You're going to overpay $480 a year. If you live another 10 years, you're going to overpay $4,800, overpay $4,800. And the reason the reason Lincoln Heritage charges more, they've got the service that when you pass away, they'll call 2-3 funeral homes to, get the lowest price, essentially, or help you get the lower of prices. They do some other stuff too. But again, if you live another 10 years, is it worth $4,800 to have somebody call 2 or 3 different places and maybe do a couple other things? So just keep that in mind. Once you sign up for these policies, you're going to overpay every month for the rest of your life. So you really do want to get the best deal. What we do at Funeral Funds of America is we've got a funeral and estate planning guide. We provide that free of charge. You can fill that out while you're alive. It tells your beneficiaries what to do, where you want to be buried, kind of just all the details that need to be taken care of after you're gone. And you just keep that with your insurance policy. And when you pass away, your family's got all that information. And they're going to know that you loved and cared for them many, many years before, and you knew this day would come, and you wanted them to be well taken care of and provided for. And we provide that free of charge. So if you want pricing, just go to our website. In the comments, we've got a YouTube-specific quoter where you can access the best discounts directly on our website, funeralfunds.com/youtube.com. You can call us directly, 888-862-9456. So whether you've got an existing policy and you want to price shop it, Whether you've got a 2-year waiting period policy and you want to see if we can get your first day coverage, whether you just want to add coverage to a policy, or whether you want brand new coverage, just reach out to us. We will help you out. If you just want information, that's okay too. But we look forward to helping you out with this. And until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. We appreciate you watching the video. Bye-bye.